What if Iron Man entered the world of the boys? How would Vought take it? How would the boys react? Well, imagine this. It's the middle of Endgame. Tony Stark reaches for the Tesseract during the time heist when something glitches. A tear rips open in the sky over Manhattan, thin, bright, and wrong. Tony falls through, hits a rooftop hard enough to crack the concrete, and drags himself back to his feet. It looks like New York, but something feels off. When the smoke clears, Tony drags himself upright. Tony's suit is running on fumes. Half of Suit's systems are dead, and the nanotech isn't fixing them. Worse, his scans show his power core might have been damaged. Right now, it's basically an expensive coffin. Tony looks at the Tesseract glowing on his hip. "All right," he mutters. "You got me into this mess. You're getting me out of it." Luckily, Friday's still online and the suit can still fly. Tony takes off to figure out where the hell he is. And everywhere he looks, it's the same thing. Billboards for a company called Vought, and superheroes he's never seen in his life. On top of that, not a single person down there recognizes him. Friday, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Suddenly, the radar lights up. A little girl stuck up a tree cries for help. Even a half-dead Iron Man can handle that. Tony dives in to make the save, and then someone beats him to it. A golden-haired man wearing an American flag cape. He flies down from the sky and puts the girl down gently. He smiles at the camera and waves his hand. "Remember, America, you're the real heroes, not me," he says. Tony watches as every camera swings toward the flying superhero. This is Homelander, the face of Vought. Homelander lands next to Tony and thanks him for the help. For the cameras, of course. Tony shakes his hand awkwardly. The paparazzi snap away. Homelander holds his fake smile right up until the crowd clears out. That's when the mask slips. "Aw, did you think you were the hero, Tin Man?" He leans in. "Let me make this real simple. I'm Homelander. I'm America's greatest hero." Tony flips his faceplate up and looks him dead in the eye. "The name's Iron Man, and whatever you're overcompensating for." "Buddy, it's showing." Homelander just grins, kind of impressed by the guy's nerve. Then he notices the glowing blue cube on Tony's hip. The Tesseract. That's a neat little rock. "What is it?" Tony turns away. Something in his gut says, "Don't trust this guy." "None of your business." "Oh, it's my business," the smile drops. "See, when I want something, I take it." Homelander swings first. The punch sends Iron Man clean through the wall of the next building. Tony scrambles up and fights smart, throwing everything he's got. Repulsor beams, lasers, micromissiles. Nothing works. It barely slows him down for half a second. "Cute," Homelander says. "All those toys and you can't even scratch me." Now he's just playing with him, swatting Tony around the sky like it's nothing. This whole time, Friday's recording everything. His strength, his speed, his stamina, all of it miles above what Tony's busted suit can match. "Tactical retreat is advised," Friday says. "Tactical retreat, right? Sure. Let's call running for our..." Lives a tactic. Tony makes a call and fires his backup weapon, high-frequency sonic emitters. The screech overwhelms Homelander's super hearing. And while he's clutching his ears, Iron Man slips away. What Tony doesn't notice in the chaos is the cube. Knocked clean off his hip when Homelander put him through that wall. Back at the scene, Homelander picks up the cube, turning it over in his hands, wondering who that red and gold guy even was. Then he tries to force it open. Big mistake. There's a crack in the shell from the jump, and when he pries at it, cosmic burst right out. He drops it like it bit him. Homelander is injured. And just like that, Homelander's more than curious. He's obsessed. "You and I are going to have a lot of fun together." So, he takes the Tesseract back to Vought Tower to figure out what it is exactly. He digs through Vaught's database for the smartest Supe alive, a woman named Sister Sage. She signs up immediately. After a few days of research, she says, "That man in the armor is the key. If anyone knows what this thing really is, it's him. We need him alive." So now the scariest guy in this world is holding one of the scariest objects in any world, and he knows who to hunt. Meanwhile, Tony's holed up in an abandoned metal workshop. The machinery's rusted and half the roof was missing. Not much, but better than a cave. Halfway through repairs, after catching a breather, he assesses his own situation. "Great, I lost a Tesseract to a deranged narcissist. How could this day get any worse?" And then there was a beeping noise. Friday picks up 3 threats. Tony jumps into the suit. The 3 Supes surround him. A-Train, the Deep, and Black Noir. Oh wait, it just got worse. Tony gets ready for the fight. A-Train strolls up grinning. "There's 3 of us, buddy, and 1 of you." Tony just rolls his eyes. "Congratulations, you can do basic math." "You want a lollipop?" 3 on 1 sounds bad, but The seven have never fought anyone like Tony. A-Train comes blurring straight at him, so Tony flies up and fires a repulsor beam just ahead of him. The fastest man alive trips right over it and eats about half a block of pavement face first. For a second, Tony's actually grinning. Then it stops being funny because A-Train gets back up. This time he doesn't charge in a straight line, he starts circling. He's too fast to track and he starts hitting Tony from every angle before he can even turn. The Deep and Black Noir join in, punching through his armor. All Tony can do is block and pray. Friday's voice cuts through the alarms. "Sir, suit integrity's critical." Tony thinks this might be it. And just when all hope's gone, a miracle shows up in the form of a beaten-up van. 4 armed men and 2 women came out of the van. Tony's got no idea who these people are, but they're very clearly not fans of Vought. One of them tosses him a weapon, another lays down cover. The 2 women jump right into the Supes. Suddenly it's not a 3-on-1 anymore, it's a full-on brawl. And between their firepower and Tony's tech, the whole thing blows up. Even someone as dumb as the Deep can tell when they're done. "Guys, I don't think we can do this anymore. We have to retreat." And just like that, they scatter. Once the dust settles, Tony looks around for whoever just saved his skin. A man with a rugged beard and a long coat strolls up. "Oi, sorry I yelled at those Supes over there with that fancy suit of yours. That was bloody diabolical." Tony wipes the dust off his chest plate. "And who are you supposed to be? Some kind of knockoff SWAT team?" "Something like that," Butcher says with a grin. "Oh, great. Are you going to offer me a tea and biscuits with that accent too? Snarky little bastard, aren't you?" Butcher jerks his head toward the van. "Now quit gawking and get in. We got loads to talk about." Iron Man and the boys head back to their hideout, a dingy little basement under a comic book store. Tony tries to get a handle on just how messed up this world actually is over some cheap beer. "So let me get this straight. Homelander's like this superhero, celebrity who's secretly a horrible person, right? And you want my help taking him down? Also right. Okay, first of all, how'd you even find me? Saw you on the telly with Homelander. What do you make of the bloke?" "Terrible. I've known the guy for like an hour and I already hate his guts. 0 out of 10, would not recommend it." Butcher laughs. Tony stands up. "Okay, how about this? You help me search up the parts to fix my suit. In return, I'll help you take Homelander down and grab the Tesseract back." Honestly, the guy seems like a real prick. Anyway, Iron Man and Butcher shake on it. "Looks like you've got yourself a deal, mate. And lucky for you, our boy Frenchie here is a top-notch chemist. I'm sure you wankers can figure the rest out." Butcher grabs his coat. "So get some sleep, Iron Man. Because starting tomorrow, we're going to do something nobody in this world's ever done. We're going to make Homelander bleed." Over the next few days, the boys hold up their end of the deal. They drag in every scrap of tech and spare parts they can get their hands on while Tony spends hours studying Friday's data from their first fight. Homelander's stronger, faster, and tougher than anything Tony's got. No weakness, no opening. It's like fighting a god. And for a guy whose answer to everything is build something better, yeah, that one stinks. So he stops, stares at the screen for a second, and changes the plan. "Okay, new idea. I can't hit him harder than a nuke, so I am just going to stop trying to hit him." He leans back. "Everything's got a weak spot. I just gotta find his." First stop, Tech Knight's place. Tony and the boys break into the vault and flip the guy's own security turrets against the room. Kimiko and Starlight tear through the guards. Butcher yank Hughie out of the crossfire. They grab everything Tony needs: isotopes, salvage, containment gear, raw tech, and they're gone before Tech Knight can do a thing about it. And when Tony finally gets a look at the man himself, some rich guy in a homemade suit, he's not exactly impressed. "You bought a suit and called it a superpower, cute, but the real find is buried in Tech's files. Turns out Vought's been hiding something that can, actually kill a suit. The files just don't say what it is or where, and that's the thread Tony starts pulling." Back at the garage, Tony and Frenchie attack it the only way Tony knows how. One theory at a time. Frenchie tells Iron Man everything he needs to know about Supes and their weakness. First, a sonic weapon to hit Homelander's super hearing. His sonic emitters were enough to distract him, but that was about it. Next, he built refracting mirrors to bounce off Homelander's heat vision. Tony and Frenchie keep building, one prototype after another. While the devices themselves work, there is just one problem. None of them have been tried before on actual Supes. Next, they hit a Vought research lab, the kind of place where the heroes are actually made. And inside they find the truth Vought spent years and millions burying. Turns out Supes aren't born special. They're manufactured by pumping compound V straight into babies. They even catch it happening in real time when test infants' eyes suddenly flare up and burn a hole clean through the wall. It was horrifying to watch, but for Tony, it's also the exact data he needs because now he finally gets how a Supe's body actually works. Turns out Tony gets his field test way sooner than he'd like, because the second the crew steps out of that lab, Homelander's Supes are waiting, A-Train, the Deep, and Noir. But this time Tony's ready. He trips A-Train mid-blur, drops the Deep with a repulsor, and tangles Noir up before he can land a hit. The upgrades are working, the boys pile on, the Supes take a beating, and they eventually cut their losses and run. Tony watches them limp off, but he isn't happy about it. His tech is really working on these few B-listers. Sure, but Homelander is a whole nother animal. And whatever Tony's built so far, it wouldn't leave a scratch on him. So Tony goes back to the drawing board, cross-referencing everything from Tech Vault and the V-Lab. After enough sleepless nights, he finds it, the one weakness that hits every Supe: radiation. And lucky for Tony, radiation's kind of his whole thing. It tears through Supe tissue like wet paper. There's just one catch: they can't find any. That's when Mother's Milk speaks up. I heard they got a Supe-killing weapon all the way in Russia. You better go check that out. Just like that, Tony knows exactly where they're headed. Meanwhile, back at Vought, Homelander's got his own project going on. Him and Sage throw millions at cracking the Tesseract open, and even with the smartest people money can buy, they don't get anywhere. It burns them, fries the rigs, and flat out refuses to open. Then one attempt goes really wrong. A scientist gets caught in the light, teleported clean across the lab. The portal snaps shut and he's gone, never to be seen again. Excellent progress, people, Homelander says. Now we know something: the cube is alive. Any normal person would stop here. But our dear old Homelander leans in harder. Sage has finally worked out what it is: a door to other worlds. The Tesseract's just a container for the Space Stone's energy, she says. Unlock it, and we could be the strongest Supes in every world. He's even got a name for it. One he can't stop smiling about: Worldlander. Part of the team goes to Russia. Starlight tags along, and on their way she asks Tony, "Why do you even care about this fight? You're not even from our world." Tony just shrugs. Doesn't have to be. Somebody built a narcissist with a god complex and let him off the leash. Cleaning up messes like that, kind of my thing. Eventually, they land at some secret compound out in Russian snow and fight their way in. And deep inside, they find exactly what Vought hid away. The strongest man alive, America's son, Soldier Boy. And he is not happy. Soldier Boy wakes up swinging. He tanks everything they threw at him and hits back like a freight train. Starlight lights him up from range while Iron Man shields her. The two of them trade blows until Starlight lands one big enough to slam him into the wall. And finally, the old soldier goes down. You know, Tony Pants, I actually know a guy like you. You know, with the whole World War II soldier stuck in time backstory. And let me tell you, you're not half the man he is. Then they drag him back to the States along with a walking radiation bomb they're praying stays asleep. Back at the garage, Tony and Frenchie get to work figuring out how Soldier Boy's powers work. First attempt, total disaster. The weapon he rigs up runs away too, hot, and starts leaking radiation across the whole shop. So how does Soldier Boy's power work anyway? Does he like shoot radiation blasts or something? No, Soldier Boy's legs. Frenchie picks up a sponge from his desk and dumps it in the water. His leg's a sponge. He can absorb and store up radiation without it affecting him. Frenchie squeezes a sponge, and when he lets it back out, it's enough to depower a Supe, even Homelander. I see. Tony's screw-up taught him the exact lesson he needed. Capture the radiation instead of spraying it. After a lot more sleepless nights, Iron Man and Frenchie finally pull it off. A Supe built for taking down Homelander. Big, layered, kind of like the Hulkbuster. It soaks up the radiation and dumps it on Homelander the second it touches him. Simple plan: coat him, then overload him. They're running their last preparations when the news hits every screen in the city, and it tells them exactly when to strike. Homelander's throwing a massive event. A church, a stage, cameras everywhere, and he's calling it Worldlander. Whatever he's got planned for that cube, it's happening live in front of the whole world. Tony's almost out of time. The church is packed. Ezekiel's whipping the crowd into a frenzy. Then Homelander comes out on the stage. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Watch as with my newfound power, I open a portal into a brand new world. A world for me to conquer. Yours truly, Homelander wires the machine into the cube and gets ready to tear a hole in the reality. It's supposed to be his coronation. He has no idea that it's about to become an ambush, because Tony and the boys have been waiting for exactly this moment. The plan's locked in. Starlight and Kimiko take the fighters. Hughie, Butcher, and Mother's Milk go for the machine. And Tony, he flies straight for the god. Friday gets ready to hijack every screen in the building. And then, right as Homelander reaches for his moment of glory, Iron Man comes crashing through the ceiling. By now, the cube's already half open. Homelander's blinking in and out of the room like something way past human. But Tony doesn't go for the cube. He goes straight for Homelander and coats him in the radioactive energy before the guy even knows what's happening. Sister Sage takes one look at how this is going and quietly walks out the back. She's definitely the smartest person in the room. She's not about to die for his ego. Homelander throws Tony clean across the church. The radiation's on him now, but this fight is far from over. At first, Homelander's got the upper hand, sure. The suit was built for him, but a god still hits like a god. Tony takes a beating just to stay on his feet. All around them, the boys hold the line against everything Vought's got left, buying Tony the seconds he needs. Then Hughie reaches the machine and rips it apart. The cube just tumbles loose across the floor. There it is, an opening. Tony blasts Homelander with every bit of radiation he has. It overloads him from the inside and his powers start flickering out. And through the smoke, Tony lands the line that ends him. "You're just a scared kid in a costume. Take your powers away, what are you?" And Homelander, barely standing still, doesn't get it. "You can't take this away from me. I'm a god. All of this, all the worlds, they belong to me. I met a god, buddy, and you're nothing like him." The radiation strips away every last bit of Homelander's power. Panicking, Homelander leaps into the air. He was sure he could fly, but he dropped straight back down, like a kid playing superhero. The whole world watches the strongest person alive fall to his knees as he jumped pathetically. He breaks down crying and crawls toward Iron Man in front of billions. Every scrap of pride gone. "Please don't kill me. I'll do anything. You want your stupid cube? Take it." Tony shrugs. "You know, my team back home doesn't really do the killing. More of a policy than a rule." He raises his hand. "But for you, I think we can make an exception." One final repulsor blast and it's over. With Homelander gone and the Tesseract recovered, there's just one thing left. The Tesseract still cracked. So Tony spends a few weeks patching it up with some new friends to help pass the time. For the first time in years, the boys get to just breathe. And once the cube's whole again, Tony and friend reverse the jump that started this whole mess. Before he goes, he says his goodbyes to Frenchie, Hughie, Mother's Milk, Starlight, Kimiko, and even Butcher. Then he steps back through the light. Back home, there's a whole new war waiting for him there. This is what would have happened if Iron Man joined the boys, but what do you think would have happened if Spider-Man slipped into the invincible universe?